Welcome to Fallout 76, this is Jim. In this video we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Monday, February the 10th, 2025. Let's take a look at and see what we got for today. Alright, we got some good ones here. I have many videos on my channel that'll help you guys out and get different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas. Over there if you're a brand spanking new player to the game, you're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily, weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that'll help you. I try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. Of course, you guys are awesome with great comments and tips, which are greatly appreciated. Okay, so I did end up really re-rolling one of these. It was to complete a daily ops. I got this one here instead, kill a Blood Eagle 10, so I'll definitely take that one. If you are notice, I do have a little bit more score than you. Take a look at the top right hand corner of the screen. I have a 25% boost going on right now. And of course, I claimed that right off the current Season 19 Season Pass on 3 pages. A 5%, 10%, additional 10%, equaling 25%. And of course, you can claim that by being a Fallout First member, or if you pay the 1,500 atoms for the Season Pass. Alright, let's take a look here and see what we can do. Let's go ahead and build anything in a workshop or camp 5. Again, so you can go ahead and claim any workshop in the map will do. You can go ahead and claim your favorite one, whichever one is easiest or the one closest to you. You can go ahead and build anything once when you claim it, or you can just build anything in your camp. That's what we usually do here. Now, you can go ahead and keep the things that you build, or you can go ahead and scrap them. It's totally up to you. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to head out back here. There we go. Alright, let's go to our build menu. Now again, it all depends on what you want to build. A lot of people like to kind of add or modify to their camp every time when something like this pops up. But I know myself, I don't plan on keeping anything. I'm going to choose, go under crafting tab. I'm going to choose these punch card machines. And as you can see, they don't cost us anything at all to build, because I'm just going to scrap them at the end of the day. And I don't want to use valuable resources, to make this stuff. Alright, done. Just like that. Build anything in a workshop or camp. 5 for 5. Done. And I'm just going to go ahead and scrap them. Of course, we get nothing for it because we didn't use any resources to build them in the first place. And that's totally fine with me. Perfect. Alright, let's see what's next here. Alright, let's go ahead and consume any chems too. So we can do this a couple different ways. We can find chems all over the wasteland. I find there's usually a couple of hot spots for chems. Right here in Point Pleasant's a real hot spot. Usually the Blood Eagles, usually the cultists, here at Point Pleasant, will have a lot of stim packs on them. Not saying everyone will, but the vast majority of them do. And there's just chems just laying around the place. And I think one time last year, I think we found pretty close to 30 chems just at Point Pleasant alone. It was a pretty good time. Another pretty decent spot, believe it or not, is right here, the Gilman Lumber Mill. There's a lot of chems just sitting around the place, even though it's just a small location. And of course, as we talked about the Blood Eagles, and we were talking about this here, Blood Eagles, cultists, they usually have stim packs on them. So this type of icon here, for example, for Blood Eagles, this type of icon here for cultists. Alright, so just an FYI there, you can go after those guys if you so wish. Ghouls are a good source of Rad-X and Radtoad. Of course, we have the upper lower parking lot of Vault 76, just west of Vault 76 here. We have the Morgantown area. You just kind of wander around the area, and on the streets, you'll come across like little patches of ghouls, like 4 to 6 every block and a half. A bunch of ghouls here, Eastern Regional Penitentiary, lower section of Clarksburg, going to the Clarksburg Shooting Club. Right down here at the Charleston Capitol building, the DMV building, which is the level 50. Right down here in Lewisburg, just to name a couple spots, okay? And of course, right down here, Blood Eagle Alley starts down here, the Sludge Works, and you can see all these different types of Blood Eagle icons making their way all up to the highway here. It makes its way up here by the Seneca Gang Camp. Okay, so those are some pretty good hot spots. Another good example is the medical dispensers. If you check the train stations, okay, any train station at all, if you come down here to the White Spring Mall, if you use the north entrance, you can use the other entrance too if you so wish. The only issue with that is just an additional loading screen to bring you down to the mall. Okay, what is going on here? Let's see what's going on here. Wow, these guys are annoying, aren't they? Holy mackerel. Try to talk here, guys. Come on. Holy. And they just appear, too. It's quite something. All right. Is that all quiet now? I think so. For now, anyway. Holy. What can you do? What are we talking about there? Chems. Yeah, consuming chems. The medical dispensers, that's right. So we can even find the medical dispensers down here in Nuka World on tour. You find it down here at the trading post. So many great spots we can find the medical dispensers. Another thing you can do is you can even craft them at a chemistry workbench, okay? Now, it is very easy to get a chemistry workbench in the game. You get one very early on in the game. Most people, when they come out of Vault 76, they come down here to Flatwoods. They go to the tavern. There's a couple little kiosks there. You can interact with very early on quests. Probably the first quests or little things that you do in the game. And at the end of those little quests, you get yourself a free chemistry workbench. And even sometimes, I would say 90% of the time when I come up here to Morgantown Station, there's an actual chemistry workbench inside, but there's usually a chemistry workbench plan sitting right on the floor next to it. Okay, so you can also do it that way as well. All right. And if you go to your chemistry workbench, just for an example, if you have the full version, go down here to healing, of course. If you have the full version of Radtoad or the stim pack, of course, we can't craft Rad-X by itself. We can only craft the diluted version. You can always do it this way as well. And don't forget to use the Chemist Perk card under Intelligence and, of course, Super Duper under Luck if you are looking to craft any of these because they do stack together. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a couple chems here. I do have a bunch of chems on me. Now, if you take a look at the bottom left-hand corner, you see how my HP... We're pretty much, other than that little bit of radiation, but if I go ahead and try to take a stim pack, okay, it says you're already full health, okay? Now, don't worry, if you are new to the game, you don't, maybe you're not looking for that little, the little dialogue at the top that says you're already full health. You may not be looking for that, so if you're brand new to the game, you might not realize that, so you're actually going to have to take a little bit of damage, okay, for that to work. But what we can do, we can also take a Radtoad here. Let's go ahead and take one. There we go. Nice. Now, I have the self-heal effect there, so it's too fast for me to use the stim pack there. But I do usually have some great mentats on me, or berry mentats. We're just going to take some berry mentats there. There we go. Nice. 2 for 2 done, just like that. And, of course, it is any chem at all. Even blood packs, I believe, are considered chems as well. All right. Let's get something to drink here before we continue on. And we get something to eat here as well. There we go. What's next here, Jim? Let's go ahead. Kill a blood eagle 10. So again, many great spots we can find blood eagles in around the wasteland. This type of icon here is what we're looking for. So the crosshair up here in the forest. You have the Twin Pine Cabins. We're over here, Hunter's Ridge. As I mentioned before, we do have Blood Eagle Alley. Starts down here, the Sludge Works, Roland's Labor Camp, Widow's Perch, Killbox, Pixty. Makes us up this little mountain range here, meeting up with the highway. Cliff Watch, South Cutthroat Camp, Singa Gang Camp. You got the Ammo Dump. There's only one person usually up there. Bloody Franks, right down here. Crimson Prospect. So many great options. It doesn't matter where you are on the map. There's lots and lots of blood eagles around. Okay. So where are we going to go here today? We haven't been down here to the kill box for a little while. So let's just run up the road here and take care of these guys. Now, if you have a couple of grenades, whatever you want to do, a couple Molotovs, doesn't matter what weapons, it's not real specific. Of course, we can see he's showing up pink there because we took those berry mentats. Let's lock and load here, Jimmy boy. Ha! He's like shooting at himself there. You gonna come out there, boys? There we go. that time. Holy. Alright, let's sneak in through here. Can't make it. There, come on. Guys in there. Shoot this guy in the face here. There we go. And also, oh wow. This will probably be the last day that I use this weapon. Been using it all week, and I love the weapon, I do. But I'm telling you, it's just not as fun as it used to be once upon a time ago. I just find it's more annoying than anything. Now, for some reason. There we go. Let's make our way through here. Is that someone else there? Oh, there is. Oh, wow. Ooh, you made your way downstairs this time, did you? Wow. That's amazing. And there's our Blood Eagles 10 for 10 done just like that. Oh, he's gonna back into a corner. Don't do that. Don't get back into the corner. This weapon would work. There we go. Look at that stim pack in there. Nice. And you can also have all, look at that. Nice little, I always kind of mention this. So this is a Nuka-Cola Cranberry. So this is a natural spawn for a Nuka-Cola Cranberry right here. We're going to leave it alone, obviously, because at some point we will have that daily challenge. But yeah, rock and roll. All right, so there we go. Nice. Nice and easy. Perfect. All right, let's see what's next here. Let's go ahead, kill a creature 12. Again, a creature is anything but a robot or a human. All right. So we're talking about animals down through flatwoods, including the Brahmin, okay? We're talking about insects, we're talking about Mirelurks, super mutants, scorched, mole miners, ghouls, cryptids, anything but a human or a robot, all right? So actually, let's go down, let's do the easy part here. We're gonna go to the Green Country Lodge here. And just to kind of show, I like to do this once in a while because everyone knows what a creature is, but I like to kind of do this once in a while for the low-level people or people that are kind of new to the game, okay? Let's go after some Brahmin here. And I'm going to be followed here, I think. Where did he come from? I don't know. I don't ask those questions anymore. There's a couple insects in here, a couple rad roaches. There we go. All right, let's go down here after these Brahmin. Now these Brahmin are, I think there's 9 Brahmin in total here in Flatwoods, okay? So we all know the Brahmin are passive, but I'm just kind of doing this just to show the newer folk that, you know, that these guys do count. You know what I mean? I don't think an enemy is, you know, just the guys in red, right? All right, so just an FYI there. You can make this as easy or as hard as you want, okay? All right, let's go after a couple of these possums. Down here, again, it's real nice and easy. Especially if I find people new to the game, they might get a little, you know, intimidated sometimes. Some of the enemies can be intimidating, especially ghouls when they're kind of right up in your face, and same thing with even mole miners. Got old Betsy there. Yeah, old Betsy up here. Betsy's cousin. There we go. Nice and easy. There we go. Just like that. Kill a creature 12 for 12. What's next? Let's go ahead, collect a burnt book 5. Okay, many great spots we can find burnt books in and around the wasteland. There's a real hot spot right down here in Summersville. Okay, we have that house on the right-hand side there. Once we spawn in. Now, back in the day, it used to be full of Mirelurks. There was a hotspot for Mirelurks back in the day, I would say over 2 years ago. But nowadays, there's just a bunch of weakened ghouls around there. But that is the hotspot for burnt books. Now, the only problem with this house is that a lot of people like to use that house because there are so many burnt books there to reset their game. So everyone has a limit of what they can pick up. And let's say I come over here, okay, and I pick up everything on these tables, okay? If I try doing that the next day, it won't work. I'd have to reset my game by picking up 250, 255 items, in order for these items to come back. And that also goes for Nuka-Colas and stuff like that that we find in the wasteland, okay? And that's what a lot of people will use this this place for. And I have a video just showing this place only. It's like a standalone video. And I get comments all the time from people saying, nope, no burnt books there anymore. And I can tell that that kind of comment tells me that they are new to the game and they don't realize that everyone has a limit. So a lot of people use this, so you'll have to server hop this house several times. And I think even someone had mentioned they server hopped it like 13 times and were unable to find burnt books there, just because people were just taking them all, and it's just the way it is, okay, unfortunately. But if you come here in Sutton, okay, if you actually spawn here, Overseer's home, if I can get the words out of my mouth here, right where you spawn in, don't actually go to the Overseer's home. You just kind of look to the right, and you'll see like a small blue house. That is the Overseer's childhood home, and there should be about 5 burnt books upstairs, okay? Just like here in Helvetia, it's kind of like a light blue, off-white kind of house right across the street from the yellow house on the main road. If you head upstairs, of course, there'll be some scorched in there. But if you head upstairs, just some bookcases, and there should be about half a dozen burnt books up there as well. So just an FYI, okay? But let's go over here to Summersville, just so again, show people that the burnt books are still there. They're easier for me because I'm on a private server, okay? And those of you who have Fallout first, that's what a lot of people just usually opt out doing, right? Just going on a private server. But unfortunately, but you can try out those other locations if you're having issue trying to find those up. But it's such an easy one, you'd hate to waste a reroll on it. Okay, so there's all of our burnt books there. Let's get this guy. Let's just take care of these guys here. Alright, there we go. Alright, so here's upstairs here. So again, all kinds of burnt books. Now, if this weapon wasn't explosive and as crazy as it is, all these books would be in the bookshelf, okay? But there's all kinds of them here. There's all kinds of them here in the next room. As you can see, they're all over the floor here. They should be up on the shelf. And again, these books here, they're all along, should be all along this side of the wall here. And again, all kinds of them around. So I always like to kind of come here just to show people, no, the burnt books are still here. It's just unfortunate that people are just grabbing them all. Okay, there we go. Collect burnt book 5 for 5 done. Okay, but again, you can check out those other 2 locations as a backup. All right, that's why I like to show off those locations. All right, what's next? Deal critical hit to a Radtoad 1. Perfect. So again, I find the best spot for a Radtoad is right up here in Grafton. So actually spawn in Grafton. I'm just going to spawn a little bit to the north of Grafton where we're going to be. Alright. Now, there's usually a couple of Radtoads in amongst these houses there. But there's also an NPC with his dog on one of the porches, and he usually likes to kind of take care of those Radtoads. So we're actually going to go this way here. Now there's 2 Radtoads that are usually in that pond, like right over there. There's 2 of them. And we're going to head across the way here. We're just going to go. We're going to go on the other side of this little disgusting river here. See here, you hear him back there. He's killing the Radtoads on us there. We'll head up this way here because these guys are pretty squishy. Now this is the best spot for Radtoads, and all along this roadway here, just on the outskirts of the town itself of Grafton, is where we find the Radtoads. Right. So we have to do a critical hit. So I do have a couple videos out there showing you how to perform a critical hit. Let's go with VATS here. All right. So you see in the middle of the screen, you see that crit meter, okay? And as you can see, it is full. He's killing our Radtoad on us. So if you look at it in the middle of the screen, you see that critical meter, and it is full. And a way you know that it's full, not only by the looking of it, but you see the bottom of the screen, it says that critical. So in my case, it's Y. I'm on Xbox. So it starts flashing. So that tells me I'm ready to perform a critical hit. But once we start going on and killing creatures and such when we're playing the game, you guys see me do it all the time when I'm using my high level here or even my low level. And what I'm listening for is an audible alarm. It's like a little bloop sound. And because usually that crit meter will come up so fast that I'm not even noticing. Okay. Now, if you watch the videos that I made in the past, okay, I will tell you to, when you're ready to perform the critical hit, you have to hit the critical button, which is my case Y, and the fire button at the same time. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing that. It works. Okay, it does work. However, I find the best way to do it is you hit the critical button by itself, and what's going to happen is your screen is going to flash, and then you hit the fire button by itself. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to hit the critical button Y by itself. We're going to see the screen flash. Okay, so now we can do a critical hit, and then we hit the fire button by itself. Right, there we go. Deal critical hit to a Radtoad, just like that. Alright, so that's how you do that, okay? Alright, so you hear the little blip sound, okay? That means our critical meter is full, because that crit meter came up so fast, I bet no one even looked at it, okay? Even though we have the screen, if we're watching the screen in front of us, it just comes up so fast we miss it. Okay, the vast majority of people miss it, unless you have, like, you know, a very high IQ or something, maybe. But, yeah. Anywho, let's go ahead here. So now we can do a critical hit. You can see critical strike on our Radtoad. Now I do have weapons where it usually takes maybe 1 or 2 shots, okay, to fill that crit meter. But I also have weapons where it takes maybe 8 shots to fill that crit meter. And yeah, so just to let you know, you can get weapons with legendary effects that do help you out in the critical area, okay? But you don't have to have them. If it takes you 8 shots to fill the crit meter, it takes you 8 shots, okay? And they have to land, okay? They have to land. And you can also miss on a critical shot as well. So you see me, when I was back there on that Radtoad, I was trying to aim for the torso under VATS, okay? Because the torso is the biggest part of the body. Well, he died from the fire damage anyway. There we go. And if you ever see me play going against, you know, a lot of enemies at once, even with my low level when we're going to do those early on quests, you'll see the screen flash like literally all the time because I'm just performing as many critical hits because I'm listening for that audible alarm, okay? Alright, what's next here? Now that we beat that to death. Buy an item from or sell an item to another player. 1. Okay, so we are on a private server. Let's switch to a public one. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I find lately my camps are just being attacked relentlessly by groups of enemies, and usually just 1 or 2 show up, and then I, you know, kill them or destroy them, and then like moments later, like it'll be all quiet, then 2 more show up or 1 more shows up. It's like, it's really odd. I find that lately. All right, now that we are on a public server, buy an item from or sell an item to another player. 1. Okay, now you don't have to buy the most expensive thing that they have, as long as it costs you 1 cap, okay? So some people do sell things, okay, for 0 caps. I have come across that in the past, and even lately, but it has to cost you at least 1 cap. So what I usually recommend is picking a camp that has ammo, okay? So not every camp will have a vendor, so we're looking for a camp like this, but it has the green V little icon under their camp icon, and that indicates that they have a vendor, okay? So I usually kind of choose, for this particular daily, choose someone that has quite a bit of ammo on them. Let's see here. Oh, that's quite a bit of ammo. So let's pop over here. Again, you can utilize the free fast travels in game to kind of make it a little cheaper for you. All right, let's go ahead here. Some vendors right down here, nice. So again, it has to cost us at least 1 cap. Let's go ahead and go shop here. We're just gonna go right down here to the ammo section. Okay, perfect. So 5.56 is something that I use, okay? And again, let's just go ahead. It costs 1 cap for just 1. And I know it's cheesy, but I'm just doing this to kind of to show you what you guys can do. You don't have to buy the most expensive thing, okay? For this to count, there we go. Just so it has this 1 cap. All right, so let's go ahead. We are going to buy 667 just so that person doesn't lose their minds there. There we go. All right, perfect. And that's done, just like that. And I think we are done. Perfect, nice. All right. Let's head back to our camp here. And we'll go over our weapon of the day. And again, this will probably be the last time I use this weapon for a little while. Had some struggles with it there this week with it not working as it should. I did put the fireproof perk card on probably halfway through the week, and it did help with, you know, getting that fire damage there on myself, but yeah. All right, let's take a look here. Weapons workbench, weapon of the day. It's Aristocrats Mind Focus Gatling Laser. Up to plus 50% damage based on the caps that you have. Currently plus 50%. Projectiles explode for plus 20% weapon damage, plus 3 agility. It has the Severe Beta Wave Tuner, Aligned Charging Barrels, Reflex Sight Dot Beam Focuser, and the Mind Paint. It does 25 fire damage, 84 electrical damage, 107 fire damage for 3 seconds, and that's what usually kills me. It does take a fusion core, and it is single fire. And the main issue I had with it this week is it wasn't rotating, right? And when it doesn't rotate, it's obviously not going to fire. So I'm hitting the fire button, like I'm holding it down, and the thing just isn't turning at all. And of course, when I have enemies near me and they're, you know, scraping away, they want to tear my face off and melt it and such. The thing is just isn't working as it used to, I find. So odd. Okay. Perk cards. Now it is a heavy gun. So under strength, we have a Master Heavy Gunner, Expert Heavy Gunner, all maxed out. We have Sturdy Frame, Lock and Load's a good one to have there. Concentrated Fire, Grenadier. We have Bullet Shield, Under Endurance, Fireproof, Tenderizer, Covert Operative, White Knight, Adrenaline. Oops, I always do that. We have these random ones under lock, which pop up randomly when they're being activated. One Gun Army is a good one. These are legendary perk cards I've had for quite some time. I haven't changed them for quite some time. They are all maxed out, and I'm pretty happy with them. Treat me quite well. And of course, if we take a look, if we go back to our challenge page here again, this is the end of the first week. So we have this events section here. It is called the Signs of Love. These are the special events we had since this past Tuesday. So today, heading into tomorrow before, you know, the weekly update, okay? So this will be the last week. So if you haven't got these done, you may miss out on another reward, okay? And I usually get that a lot for people, you know, so there's a lot of people, you know, some people work from home, some people have really busy lives where they're maybe only able to play once or twice a week, and I do find a lot of people miss out on rewards, and that's why I try to make these videos as basic and as, you know, instructional as I can to kind of help them get them done quick and easy with timestamps and stuff. You can check out that video for week 1 if you so wish, and again, week 2 will start tomorrow. So if you missed week 1, you may miss out on an additional reward. So just an FYI there. Right, and of course, tomorrow being Tuesday, we'll not only have our dailies, but we'll have our weeklies, and we'll have the week 2 of that special event challenges, which will be pretty fun to do. And of course, we'll have the Atomic Shop update. Now, I go to work tomorrow night, and I'm hoping to get out at least 3 of the videos before I leave for work. And you know, when I get home in the morning, Wednesday morning, I'll probably have to conclude with maybe a couple more videos there, but I'm hoping to get out the main ones for tomorrow before I leave for work. So Just an FYI, if you don't see some videos out as you normally would, it's just because I'm working night shift now. Yeah, this is the way it is, right? To pay the bills. So there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Robco, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Mr.Prince, NotMeButMeYesMeThatsMe, Drew, Andrew, Demon, Confoundedbridge, Corne van Niekerk, Ben Durant, John, DJ59. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.